Hey y'all, it's Cindy, Stamping in Dixie. It's Technique Tuesday Live. Welcome. I hope to see a few of you get on here shortly. And I hope you've had a really great day. It's been a busy day here, as usual, at the funny farm. That's what I feel like sometimes. I'm living in a funny farm. So, is everybody getting ready for fall? I kind of am. I didn't think I was, but I'm kind of over the hot weather. And I'm kind of ready for fall. Hey, Teresa. Hey, Carol Barfield. I see you're on. Hey, Darlene. Wow, Carol and Darlene both at the same time. That's kind of once in a lifetime thing, huh? Y'all both got here. All right, if I sit down, hey, Stacy. If I sit down, I can't see y'all's comments, excuse me, or see what I'm doing, but I'm so tired of standing up. Taking a sip. All right, have y'all noticed that there's a green tea shortage? A Lipton Diet green tea shortage? Nope, I can't find green tea anymore. So now I've had to move to this Nature's Twist sugar-free blueberry lemon. It's actually pretty good, but I'm missing my green tea. Hey, Geneva, glad to see you on. So, well, I'm going to get started. Tonight we're going to do a very unusual, interesting card. I've actually seen this card done several ways, and mainly it's the technique of how to put this type of card together. Several of you did my Constantina card class a couple years ago at retreat, and I've done it once before that, where we put together the whole long, can y'all see my hands? Woohoo! The whole long string of cardstock so that we could fold it, make it go back and forth. And I'm using my hands and I don't see them in the camera. Anyway, so this card's very similar. So the technique for this can be transferred to a lot of things, and you can do use it in various ways. So I'm just going to show you one way tonight. Hey, Miss Mickey, glad to see you. So this card tonight, let's see, this is all the pieces for the one I'm going to show you. Let me pull out the card I already made. So this is the one that I've already made, and it says Guess Who Loves You, which is out of the Banner Year set. That's the set that was in the catalog last year that came back. And it's got a punch that goes with it, and it's got a bunch of different sayings that have to do mostly with holidays. So that's the set that I used for that Guess Who Loves You. And then this is the little sheep out of the Celebration set. And I don't know what I did with it. Oh, here it is. You know how I turn around and lay things down. All right, so it's Counting Sheep, and it's one of the Celebration sets that you can get with a $50 purchase. It has the 3 sheep. It's got a couple sayings, some little grass, and a party hat. And then you can also get the framelits to go with it, also for a $50 purchase. And it has all the sheep dies. It has the hat, a balloon, a banner. It's got several extra little pieces. This fence is an extra little piece. And I just cut it out of a piece of that Designer Series paper that looks like wood grain. So anyway, I cut the sheep out. I'm going to show you some more sheep in a minute. But let's open this card, because that's what it's really, this is not a big deal, is it? Wait till I open it. So this little tab pulls out here. And when it opens, you have pages. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4. So technically, this could be a little book. And then you've got your back. And another piece of DSP or a piece of white cardstock with your message on it. I don't have that trimmed to size. Could go back here, though. I just haven't put that on yet because this is for someone's particular. So the thing I like about this card is that it can be a photo card, y'all. Even though it's, just a card, and I could put sayings in each of these. I could decorate each page. It can be a photo card where you could put photographs, and you could literally put again, we'll use that white piece, it's too big. We could put a layer there, a card base, photo mat, and make that a photo spot. We could put photograph here. Now the way I did this little sheep is this little piece here. Like a photograph could stick back in here if you just wanted to stick something in there. Maybe not a photograph. Maybe you wanted to stick a gift card in there or something like that. You could just slide it behind there and not have to actually adhere it down if you didn't want to. And that's also true of this little sheep over here. It can be a little tuck spot there. You might have to put another little dimensional to hold it down because it doesn't really have a bottom. It's just got a side on it. But anyway, I'm going to show you how to make this concertina kind of fold is basically what I'm going to show you today. And I'll give you all the measurements for this card. And then this little tag goes in like that to hold it together because obviously it's got a little bit of a pressure on that spine because it's got several pages in it. So let's move it out of the way and I'll show you all the pieces and parts. So I asked the question about pink and whatever. I had already made that card, which obviously was more pink and black, and I'd already cut the pieces for this card, which are the polished pink, and I went with the smoky slate. So we have two pieces. This is your regular card base. So this is 8.5 by 5.5 scored at 4 1/4, and then you have two layers, one for the front and one for the back, that are a normal 5 1/4 by 4 to be a layer. Then on the card I just showed you, I'll put it over here, I did a layer of the DSP. On this card, I'm actually going to do a layer, but I'm just going to do a strip. This was actually left over, and I'll have to cut it down from cutting this piece. And so I'll have an extra, it's just using what I had instead of cutting another whole piece of paper. So that's going to go that way. In this card, I'm actually going to turn it, and I'm going to make it this direction, because this is for a friend that I have in mind, and the pictures that I know I'm going to put in here to send to her, I know most of them are going to be landscape, not portrait. And then so I went ahead and cut this piece, and it's one of the stitched rectangles. You know, they come in layers. So this is number 4. If you start with the smallest in the middle being number 1, then you count out to number 4, and this is number 4 in that series. And I stamped Amazing Friends from the Create with Friends set, which has these big words: amazing, celebrate, friends, create, and love. And then it's got all these tiny words where you can put, celebrate together, or you can put friends forever, create together. There's just all kinds of different things. Happy friends, hello friends, friends. I think there's a forever. Yeah, forever. So there's just a lot of different things you can do with that set. And it's kind of a fun set to play with. So that's the one I used to stamp Amazing Friends on that. All right, so then the other pieces that we're going to need besides those are the inside layer of DSP, and that measures 5 1/4 by 11. All right, 5 1/4 by 11, and then your pages on the inside. And I use so many different packs of DSP, y'all. You've got 2 cardstock pieces that are 4 3/4 by 3 3/4. Okay. 4 3/4 by 3 3/4 are those 2 pieces. Then you have 4 sheets of DSP. These 2 are from the In Color pack. So this is the polished pink from the In Color pack of DSP. So you have 2 different designs. And then this one is actually, in this back sheet, are out of that pack. A lot of my Saturday stampers got a sampling of this as a hostess gift for their last workshop. But this is out of that pack that's part of the hostess credit. So if you have a hostess credit, if you're the hostess in the annual catalog, one of the items you can choose is this large pack of paper. And I showed it to you before. It's phenomenal. I love it. One side is very colorful, as you can see. The other side is all black and white. So it's a really versatile pack, and I'm really using a lot of it. And then this one happened to just be here from the other night when I did that Halloween card. But the back of it is this kind of gray stripe, and it went really well with my smoky slate cardstock. So I just picked it up off my desk and said, hey, I'll use that piece. So I'm actually using 3 packs of DSP to get this card made. All right, so let's put this aside for the moment, and let's play with this piece right here. So I told you that it's 5 1/4 by 11, and we need to do some scoring. Now I've already scored it. I know y'all can't see it because of the print, but it's scored at 4 3/4, 5 1/2. I got to think. It's every 3/4. It's every 3/4 an inch for 5 scores. Is that right? All right. So let's put it here, and I can tell you better. All right. It's 4 3/4, 5 1/2, 6 1/4, 7. So you should have a 4-inch piece at the front and a 4-inch piece at the back. And then the middle section is what is scored. And you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 scores, starting with 4, ending in 7, and they're scored every 3/4 of an inch. Okay? So now we're going to start burnishing that, and we want to fold it over. Make sure that it's straight. You know, sometimes when we score things, we don't always get them straight, and our paper will kind of submit to our folding if we push it in place. So we're going to fold them, and we're going to do it back and forth, mountain and valley. So I'm going to do that one like that, make sure it's straight. And then the next one's going to go forward. And then backward. I can't see myself. There we go. Can y'all see what I'm doing? Make sure my hands are in place. Forward, backward, and then forward. And we should end up with our 2 pieces matching here, like that. And we'll score that last one there. Okay. All right, so that's how we come out. We've got 2 mountains in the middle, and we have 2 pieces that are 4 inches on each side. So let me take our base, which is our polished pink, open it up, and we're going to just adhere this inside here with our 1/8 inch border all the way around. So I'm going to start with just this side of the paper. And I have my glue, and I'm definitely going to use my Tombow on this because I need wiggle room on this so that I can make sure I get it straight, number 1. Number 2, I want to have it really strong because this is going to get tension on it. Okay, so there's our first piece. Now, we don't put it down wrong here, Cindy. I have been known to do that. All right, let's see. I think that's going to have to be the back because I think if I turn it around, I'll have it the wrong way. All right, so let's put it, make sure that our border is the same all the way around. Make sure that's in there. All right, we should have a little border here. I don't know if y'all can see the score line right there, but you've got about 1/8 of a score there also. All right, so now we're going to put some adhesive here. All right, now I'm not going to just close this on it like I do a lot of times because I need to make sure this is in the right spot on this side. So I'm going to pull that out and make sure that I still have that even border all the way around and that I have a border here by the score line. I can't see it as well as I could on the other. All right, now this is kind of important because when I first started doing this, and the first video I watched, somebody do this a while back, they was in metric, and it was a little different. So I had to kind of play with the measurements to get it into our Imperial measurement. But and I may be off a little bit, and that may be a little bit crooked. I can't tell from that paper. But once you get here, when you start to put your piece, see that doesn't want to fold. And when I put my piece in here, it doesn't want to If I put this piece here, it doesn't want to lay down. It wants to hold itself up. I don't want it to do that. So we got to play with this paper to get it to do what we want to do. So the first thing I'm going to do is just push this middle piece down and do a score. I mean a burnish, just like that. So I have that flat. Now I'm going to turn this piece over, kind of gently, and I'm going to do the same thing. It will take it. It's gonna argue a little bit, but it will take it. Then I'm going to turn it over, and I'm going to do the same thing on that side. We'll come back, and I'm going to do it in the middle again. Then I'm going to go to this side and do it. And see how that by the time we get to that last side, it's like, okay, whatever you say. In the middle. All right, and then this side. All right, see? Now we've got it to where it'll open straight. When I open the card, it's not going to pull all the pages separate. Okay? So that's really fairly simple. And that's as easy as it is. Now we could have made this page longer, or this piece of DSP longer. And then we could have added more folds in there, and we could add more pages. I think if we were to do that we would have to make our base a little bit different size, because we're going to have a little bit of a extra score in the back of the base, because it's going to get too thick to just have the one score in the back of the base if you put too much in there. But for those two, it worked just fine. So I'm going to do that. All right, so let's start building our card. I'm going to build the inside first, just so that's the most important. Y'all kind of know how to put together the inside and outside. Most of you do. If I have some new ladies, I'm happy to show you, but all right, I don't want to bore everybody. So let's put that over there for a second, and we're going to take our two pieces of cardstock here. All right, so one's going to go here, and then the next one's going to go here. And we have to add DSP to both sides. So I decided I liked the pink on the outside and the black and gray on the inside. So I'm going to start with, since that's got to go against, I think I'm going to start, yeah, I like that one. All right, so let's put this one. I'm not sure I like this hatch mark, even though I love that hatch mark plaid, whatever, against the polka dots. So let's put this one here. Now, this was a mistake. I don't know if y'all noticed it. You probably did. You seasoned crafters that I made on the last one. I was just tooling along, and I put, it's not quite straight. Oh well, it's my signature to not be straight. I put all my DSP on. That was a mistake. I just want to put my two front pieces on. So that one's going there. And then this one's going here. And then the black polka dot is going here. So this is the next one I wanted here. See what I'm doing. Just a little bit of Tombow goes a long way, just so we cover the whole surface. Make sure we get some on the edges. So I had a dentist appointment today, and went to the dentist thinking I was having a cleaning for some reason. I'm not sure why, and it was a filling, y'all. It was not a fun day. It was 11:30. I had not eaten breakfast because I thought, well, I'm going to get my teeth cleaned. I'll eat afterward. Well, then my mouth was all numb and felt all swollen up and I couldn't eat. All right, so that's going to go there. All right, so now we're going to attach these now before we add that second piece of DSP. So let's take this one, make sure I have it on the right side, because I'm forever with my dyslexia putting things on the wrong side. When I turn things over, I get very lost with where I'm supposed to be. Okay, I'm not putting that right down to the fold. I don't know if y'all can see that, but there's probably an 1/8 of an inch border there because I want to make sure there's room get it straight for it to turn, for it to open and close. And it should be pretty close to the same as top and bottom. I may be off a little bit on that. But now what I'm going to do for the second one is I'm going to make sure it lines up with this one. That is the more important thing. So let's see. It goes right here on this outside edge. And then I'm going to lay this one down more like this so that it's even with that one underneath it. I can get it even. Alright. Well, I may not be able to do it that way. I should have started with the back one, not with the middle one. Okay, let me do my burnish again. It says I don't want to mind you again. Alright, there we go. Alright, so we want this one to go here, and I want it to match up with that one, like that. If you do the back one first, then it's easier to be sure the top one's in the right place. I guess if I turned it around the other way, it would have been the same, probably. But you know, again, my directional issues, I would have been confused. All right. Are we good? Yes. Now you can technically glue these together behind, like inside there, but there's really no reason to. Make sure this is burnished down correctly again. All right, now we're going to put our DSP on the back side, and this way, when we put it on here, see, we're covering up this piece. On my card that I made, I didn't do that, and so when you open it up here, but the pictures or whatever, you see this spine here, and I really didn't intend on doing that. Because I did the same paper, and that's why I did it that way, it doesn't look too bad, but it could have looked pretty bad. Anyway, so this time we're going to do it right, and we're going to lay it down and put the DSP. So I'm going to do this one first. Oops. Some of your, well, get on my finger. Some of your comments, let me get my finger clean, were interesting for your color combinations. I liked them all. I have to say, I guess pink and black and pink and gray and pink are kind of two of my go-tos, though I used to have a pink and navy dress. India said that was her favorite, and I love that pink and navy dress. I hadn't thought about that until she said that. All right, so you can do it that way, or you can do it the way I did it. I'm not sure which one I like better, because you can tell that, you know, up here it's off a little bit. It looks funny. So I don't know which way I like better. This is the probably correct way, but I'm not sure, I don't like my way best. Anyway, let's put some on this one. And again, I think I might use this piece instead of I don't know. I like the other one better. I was trying to decide which one looked better. I think my little glue bottle is running out of glue. I need to, yeah, he's spitting air. I need to do a refill on him. Alrighty. Put that piece down. Again, we just want to make sure that we have our even border. And then burnish. Alrighty, make sure that's burnished down real well. Now we could decorate this any way we wanted to. I chose for the front of this one, I'm going to do the gray. And I'm probably, if I had had more time to think about it, I would have stamped on this a little bit. Because, you know, I like all the different background stamping. So that you have little flowers or something. Polka dots, something back there, but so that we can kind of quickly hurry up. I'm not going to do that today. So put that on there, and then I'm going to put the DSP on here, which is going to go right there. And I need to trim that off. Let me grab my trimmer. Did y'all see that wonderful measurement? Yeah, just use my fingernail my thumbnail to give it a little, hope that's right. Pray it's right. Yeah, it looks good. All right. my little bear boo, hey Barrett, my little grandson has found my channel. He likes CC's YouTube channel, so he watches me. So if any of you don't know, this video later tonight will be shared on my Stamping and Dixie YouTube channel. So if you don't see it, if you missed the live, you can always go to Stamping and Dixie on YouTube and you can find a lot of my videos there. That's the easiest way to do it, isn't it, Darlene? All right, so there is that. Now, this has to go on dimensionals so that it can take our little tab. Now, our tab is a 4-inch piece of cardstock scored at 2 2 1/8. And I'm going to take that's the 2 1/8 piece, and I'm going to use, I can find it. You know, I always trouble finding things. They should be right here. Ow. This lovely Labels Pick-a-Punch, and I'm just going to punch one end just so it'll look a little nicer, and it's plenty long enough to do that. And why can't I get it in there? Here we go. All right, get it in, get it straight. You know, whenever you do this, you got to make sure it's straight at the top and then punch. Okay? All right. So let me put dimensionals on here, and I'm sure I put them in the right spot. Oh, I just picked them up off the floor, so I know they're here. I'll do it again, y'all, I promise I will. All right, this is the top. So we're going to put quite a few because this has got to hold the pressure, you know, of holding this thing together. So we need quite a few dimensionals on here. So I've told y'all about my day. I hope y'all had a good day. We've had pretty weather, I have to say, after all the rain. 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, this is going to come right here in the middle. So what I'm going to do is kind of stick that just like that, just for measuring purposes. Turn it over so I can kind of see where it's going to be. And then I'm going to put another dimensional on the side there. I may wait and do the other one after I glue it on, because knowing me, I'll screw it up. So, all right, let's put that there. Let's put this back here like that. All right, now I'm going to just turn it over so I can kind of keep it in. Pull it out a little bit, and then am I in camera where y'all can see what I'm doing? No, probably not. All right, I'm just centering this on the back. If it's centered on the back, it'll be centered on the front. Like that, and then I'm just going to put some DSP, some glue, some Tombow glue, and glue this back here. Just make sure it's straight. That's the other one I felt like wasn't quite straight. Hold that down for a second, and then this piece of smoky slate is going to go on top, and then I will put either another piece of DSP on the back, or I'll put a white piece, a white layer, and have a message or something on the back. We have a group of friends that we do a lot with, and we have pictures of us in various places. So for one of our friends, I'm going to send this card with some of those pictures in it of all of us in different spots. It's in each other's houses or on vacation or whatever. All right, so that's going to go right there like that. Cute, huh? I like. This one might have enough get these little thingies off. You know, if you poke down in the middle of it, that it'll pull the edges off and it'll come up. I usually use my pokey tool. I don't know why I didn't take it out. I think I'm going to get one more. Let's see. And I'll just stick it right here. Make sure, because this will be going in the mail. All right. And I may come back tonight and put some flowers or something on this so it's not quite so plain. All right, that goes like that. I need to kind of give this a little bit of a curve so it'll slide up under there without too much. And there you go, it's done. So that's how you make that card. It's often called a book card or something like that. But I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you liked our color combination. And I hope you'll try to make one of these. If you have any questions, let me know. I can give you measurements or whatever, but there it is open. We can put a picture here. May have to play with this paper a little bit more. We can put a picture here. We can put a picture here or here. Or we could just stamp sayings and, you know, do some decorations in here and just decorate it like a little friendship book if we wanted to. But I think for this one I'm going to put pictures in it. And I close it up, and that slides in there to hold it all together. So thank y'all so much for coming, and thank you for watching my videos and spending the evening with me. I appreciate it, and I will see you all soon. If you have any stamping needs, please let me know. You can find me on Facebook at Stamping in Dixie, or you can find my online store at the stampingup.net site. So, all right, Teresa, I'll get them to you. Thank you very much. See y'all soon. Bye-bye. Bye, Barrett.